Hi everybody, Tammy here. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my dolly studio. So I have a little smattering of different dolls from my collection out here. I have my little American Girl doll. I only have 3 other AG dolls. I'm thinking about getting a 5th one. My birthday is coming up in November, so we shall see. I also have some Tonner dolls here, Nema and Elowin. Rainbow High, Barbie's represented. We got Skipper, so we got Mattel, and I can't remember the company that makes Rainbow High, but it's not Mattel. And then Blythe's over here at the end. Where's he at? Over here at the end. And the reason why Blythe is kind of on the outskirts here is because in today's video, I wanted to talk about diversifying your collection, especially if you are a Blythe doll collector. So when this video is published, I will have also published a video where I talk about places in the United States where it is possible to purchase stock Blythes, customized Blythes, and AliExpress non-stock Blythes. However, something else to consider if you are concerned about not being able to buy any Blythe dolls for a while is buying other dolls. Okay, maybe expand your taste buds a little bit. I know there's a lot of people who are diehard Blythe fans and they don't want to buy any other type of doll or add any other type of doll to their collection, but I thought it would be useful to kind of look at dolls that are easily available in the United States right now. And that kind of opens up things a little bit to us because we can't go down to the Blythe store and buy a Blythe doll. If you were in Tokyo, you could go over to a Junie Moon store, right? And, you know, if you were in China, you know, there's actual doll shops, right? We don't really have that in the U.S. very much. There are a few physical ones, but there are a few in far between. So online is really mostly where we can shop. Or if you want to do playline dolls or add playline dolls to your collection, those you can buy in some of the big box stores like Target and Walmart and that sort of thing. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what are some options. There are other options, but I'm going to talk about dolls in my collection that I've been really happy with as far as including them, and that dolls that are readily available too, because there are some dolls I really like. Over here peeking out, I've got a Girl for All Time dolls. You can't get those anymore for the most part. You could probably get a few on eBay, but that company is almost completely kaputski from what I understand. So especially now, you can't, that company's a British company, so it's, you know, not easy to buy them in the U.S. even before all of this happened. But if you're in the U.S. and you want to expand your collection, or even if you're not in the U.S. and you've thought about buying other types of dolls other than Blythe, I'm going to give you my opinion on some of the ones in my collection that I've been super, super happy with. I guess let me start with American Girl, since she's in my hands right now. So this is Leah. I got her pre-owned on eBay a few years ago. She was at the time, and is still to this day, you can't find her release anywhere. You can't find this particular doll on the American Girl website or new or anything like that. So, and I mean, she just totally has my vibe. I love her hair and everything about her. So I did find a good a good, you know, deal on eBay for her a few years ago. But the other 3 that I have in my collection, I actually bought new from the American Girl website, and I highly recommend checking these out. Now, this type of doll is way off as far as the fashion doll vibe that I tend to go for. You can see I don't have really any baby dolls or any kid-looking dolls for the most part. That's just not my taste typically. But there are a few dolls like, you know, like the AGATs and AG dolls that I really, really like. The quality is just so nice. And what do I like about these dolls? Like I said, first of all, the quality, great hair, adorable fashions. Like this is the outfit that actually Summer came in. And I think it's super cute. The quality is very high. Another thing I like about buying from American Girl doll website is that it gives you, once you get a membership, you got to sign in and everything, but you can earn points through purchases and also sharing on social media and that kind of thing. And then the points, they give you money for it, you know, or spendable cash or credit or whatever you want to call it. So like right now, I think I have like $9.30 in there. So at some point, I'm going to have to use that, but I can use it towards a purchase. So, for example, if I get the other doll that I'm thinking about getting, which is Isabel Hoffman, I can get $9 knocked off of her, total sales. So that's something, okay? They also have a lot of sales. I don't expect Isabel to ever probably go on sale, but right now, as I film this, they had a flash sale where they had some Truly Me dolls going for around $88, which is for them a pretty decent price. There are some cute dolls. I'm just very selective these days, and I really, really want Isabel. So I don't really want to get a doll that I'm kind of like so-so on, right? So I want Isabel. But they also have all kinds of sales when it comes to clothing. Honestly, I don't think I have not purchased anything that I either didn't have some kind of credit or coupon or it was on sale. I never paid full price for anything on the American Girl website. So I feel like that's a pretty good value over there for what you get. So if you're, thinking about diversifying and you want something that's easy to purchase in the US, American Girl doll might be for you. Then you have Playline dolls like Rainbow High. I only have 3 Rainbow High dolls. I had a few more and I got rid of them because I just wanted to have a really small group of them. I didn't go crazy. And, it's hard because these dolls, especially back in the day when they had all these, they used to come with 2 outfits and they're very well articulated. I mean, like her hair is amazing. This is Cher, by the way. So I still feel like Rainbow High is something to consider. She has a very similar feel to Blythe in that she has the big head. She's got jointed bodies, kind of like the AliExpress Blythe dolls. They can actually share some clothing, so I think that's another plus with them if you're into Blythe and, like I said, you want to diversify a little bit. I think something like Rainbow High, definitely consider them. You can find them a lot pre-owned, and even on Amazon, you can purchase them for some pretty decent prices. The newer ones have very little articulation, and so I'm not as keen on the newer ones, but I think some of them have fairly decent price points, anywhere from like, $15 to $30 to $50 at the most. Those are like with lots of stuff with them usually. But definitely, if you're, like I said, if you're thinking of diversifying a little bit from Blythe because of all the situation that's going on now, and you want something that's easy to purchase in the U.S., check out Rainbow High. I think they're definitely a doll worth considering. Next up, of course, we have Barbie. Check Barbie out, okay? So I got this doll, I think, directly from the Mattel site. Again, I recommend checking out the Mattel site and going ahead and logging on and, getting an account and all that good stuff. And that way you also will get notifications of their sales. They have a lot of sales. This doll, I think I ended up paying full price because I really, really wanted her, but then not too long ago, they had a killer price. I think they had her for like 50% off. And actually, I bought the one with the roller skates at a really, I think she was down to like $17 or something like that from $25. So they have a lot of sales. They also have the signature Barbie line, which is also something you consider. And you can also purchase for like $10 a membership. I have not been personally keen on the membership. I've bought it a couple of times and then I never seem to, it just seems like useless to me. The only thing is that some people who are really, really into Barbie, I would say it's probably worthwhile because then you get a chance to buy some of the newer dolls first. And sometimes they have limited dolls that you have to be a member to buy. But if you're just thinking of just, like I said, diversifying and adding a few more dolls to your collection, check out Mattel's line of Barbie dolls and similar dolls. I've got Barbie here, and of course, here's Skipper. Okay. I think I got her from Target, and I've gotten quite a few of my dolls from either the Mattel online shop or the Target online. One thing I like about Target is if you use their credit card, you get 5% off. And then sometimes they have sales. I want to say, like, I think you can see her up there. I have Stevie Nicks. I snagged her. I had my 5% off, and then I think I had a $10 coupon or something like that. So I got a pretty decent deal on her through Target. So yeah, this is another thing. Oh, and some of the clothes, especially for Skipper, but also even some Barbie clothes, sometimes you can kind of share with Blythe dolls. Editing Tammy popping in here to also mention the ILY dolls. I have just these three, and I don't remember their names. Okay. But these are really cute dolls. They're made by Disney. You can purchase them through Amazon, and also, let's see, I think I've seen these on, I want to say I've also seen these for sale on Target. But I got mine through the Disney website, which is also another website that's really nice because they do have quite a few sales, and you can just wait and get them on sale. They also have some really nice fashion packs. Again, a lot of these clothes you can share with Blythe and vice versa. So if you've been a Blythe person for years and you have a lot of Blythe clothes, a lot of these can fit these dolls. And I've actually put this on a Blythe A-Zone doll. It looked really cute. Same thing. So these dolls can actually share some clothing with Blythe, and also Rainbow High, and also some Barbies. So they might also be a good way to kind of diversify your fashion doll collection. And of course, if you've watched my channel at all, you know, besides Blythe, my next favorite doll are the Tonner dolls. Right now, over here, I've got Nema and I've got Elwyn. I also have a Lacey doll. I do not have a Grace doll yet. But if you're looking for easy to purchase dolls in the United States, definitely check out Virtual Doll Convention. Rachel Hoffman is the owner of that website, as well as a physical shop that's located in Denver, Colorado. But you can find plenty of goodies to buy on her website. In fact, right now, I just checked before filming, and as I'm filming this, there are 3 Nema dolls still for sale in her shop. So what's nice about buying from her is, besides the fact it's wonderful merchandise, everything's high quality. I mean, the dolls are amazing. She works directly with Robert Tonner. So, for example, right now I know they're working on something, I believe, for October, and I think we're going to see some Grace dolls out. But she does a lot of special things, like she's worked a lot with him as far as making the tariffs workable on our end, so we as buyers don't have to really worry about it. She's taking care of that for us. Also, she does things like when she has a big sale, she will limit one doll per person, so that people who want to go in and scalp all the dolls and then resell them for twice as much on eBay, they can't do that right away. She gives us, usually it's like the first 24 hours, you can only buy one of each doll. So she had, say she had 6 new dolls for sale, you could buy one of each and get all 6 dolls, but you can't buy 2 dolls or 6 dolls or of that one doll, right? So I think that's a really big deal, because she's clearly got it set up with the collector in mind and not the scalper on eBay in mind, okay? So you can see I've got 2 dolls here. This is Nema, and she's wearing a gorgeous outfit that was part of a Elwyn box subscription. And so that's another thing. Not only does Rachel have these great, great dolls, these 2 she doesn't have anymore. They sold out, just so don't get all excited there. But she does offer dolls, but she also offers stuff for the dolls. She has accessories like purses and shoes and hats, and like this even has a little tiara with it, jewelry, and then she has all kinds of clothing. So if you're looking for a place, like I said, to kind of start diversifying, I get it that these dolls are very different than Blythe. I mean, they don't have the big heads. They don't have the anime kind of feel that some people like. And they're bigger. You can see quite a bit bigger. We've got little Juliet over here next to her. But I don't know. I love the dolls. When I got my first Elwyn, I will say I was kind of like, oh, she's pretty big. But of course, I'd already gotten a couple smart dolls, so to me they weren't that big. But when people ask me about them, I'd say, well, they're kind of like a big Barbie doll in that they have those similar fashion model type look to them, but they're just bigger. Okay. So yeah, if you're thinking about diversifying, you want something easy to purchase in the United States, you don't want to worry about the tariffs, having to deal with the tariffs and that kind of thing, definitely check out Virtual Doll Convention and the Elwyn, Nema, Grace. She also has a smaller doll that also I think is coming out with some more in October, named Anne. I think Anne is I think she's little sister to Grace. So yeah, she's got this whole story. You know how the dolls have to have a story with them. So that's another option for you to check out. If you would like to add anything to my list of diversification as far as easy to access dolls in the United States, I'm not talking about dolls out in internationally. This is really focused for people who are in the U.S. pulling back on buying dolls internationally and are looking for dolls that are easy to buy in the United States. That's what I'm trying to stress here in this video. Let me know down in the comments. I think everybody would find that really helpful to know. And I'd be interested too. If you also have dolls from other doll lines that you just want to chitty chat about, whether they're from the US or not, I'd also like to hear that. So what else besides Blythe do you collect? Let me know. As usual, please give this a thumbs up. Thank you very much for spending some dolly time with me today, and have a wonderful dolly day. Bye-bye.